Hey, this is Lee. I want to do a video about how Satan works. Now, Peter in chapter 5, verse 8 says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." Not attack, devour. And it's when you understand that that's who Satan is. I mean, he's on the hunt all the time. Knowing that, just put that right here on the back burner for a minute. Knowing that that's what he does, listen to what Jesus says. He says, "Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets." So how do these two scriptures come together? Well, Satan is a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. He's always on the move. He's walking. As a young Christian, his roar, it scared me bad, and it would cripple me, and that's what a lion does. His roar is meant to cripple. As I grew stronger in my faith, that roar didn't scare me anymore. It only tells me where he's at, right? So he can't use that roar on experienced Christians, because now he's sounding an alarm to let us know exactly his location, how close he is. So what does he do then? Well, he does what Jesus is saying right here. A lion doesn't roar anymore because it didn't scare you, but he uses flattery. Yes, absolutely. I am not afraid of a roaring lion near as much as I'm afraid of a flattering lion, one that would flatter me and lift me up. People are going to brag on you. If you listen to that too much, you're going to be put on a pedestal. The higher you let yourself get on the pedestal, the farther the drop when you come off, and you will come off of it. There's no question. Here's the thing. Once you fall off that pedestal because you're addicted to people's approval, you're going to fall on sheep, and you're going to hurt the sheep. You get hurt, they get hurt, and it just disillusions. It just destroys the sheep. So don't let people brag you up. If somebody says you did a good job, say, "No, he did." If God led you, you can honestly say, "No, God did a good job in this. I just spoke the words. It was him that did the good." And then you'll avoid that flattering lion that's coming around telling you how wonderful you are. "You are so great. You're so wonderful. You just speak so eloquently." Well, if people are saying it too much, you know that you're not preaching against sin enough, because you got the goats bragging you up. But if you truly love God, if you truly love the sheep, if you truly love the thought of going to heaven, then you'll preach against sin, because they need to know, the sheep need to know what sin is. Because if they don't know what it is, then they're going to fall for it. They're going to fall for it time and time again, because you're not teaching against it. You're not preaching about hell. You're not preaching about sin. So they don't really know what it is. And that's what the gospel's about. Jesus spoke more about hell than he ever did about heaven. And he spoke against sin more than he ever bragged people up. So what we need to do is stop worrying about people's approval and start preaching Jesus and him crucified. And if we do this, if we preach the right way, then there won't be anybody speaking well of us all the time. Because when you preach against sin and you preach about hell, it will hurt people's feelings. It really will, because they're not living it. I have never yet seen a true born-again Christian, truly walking with God, that ever minded a preacher that preaches against sin. If you're truly born again, and they're truly born again, they'll love it when you preach against sin, because they know you're doing it to protect them. You're teaching them how to avoid those pitfalls that have a slippery slope that leads to hell. It's the only ones that ever complain about it are the hypocrites and the people that are not living right, and the truth offends. To end this video, I want to say this. Beware of roaring lions, yes, but learn how to hear it. Know where Satan's at, but be more afraid of flattering lions, ones that will brag you up, because that bragging is a sign that you're not doing something right. Yeah, let that sink in. Learn from this video. I promise it'll help you. Like and subscribe. I'll be back soon to do more videos. I love you with all my heart, no matter who you are in the world. Black, white, Asian, African, American, South American, Spanish. It doesn't matter. I love everybody. And Jesus loves all of his children without exception. But avoid sin and be careful, because we're getting close to home. Get this right. I love you. Like and subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell for notifications. I'll be back soon with more. Love you. Bye.